And I'm sorry, what's your first name again?
My name's Russ. This
Russ,
is
okay.
Nick. John.
These are both brothers, sons?
Yeah, sons.
Okay, both sons?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he's gonna tell us how he got it and what all they did to it and,
Well, I bought it brand new in 1980 from Rick K's Honda. Was it Rick K's Honda? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
alright.
And that's it. It's been in the family ever since. And now Nick owns it. And we're gonna make it into a family motorcycle. We've done a lot of work to it throughout the years with the headers and the smoothbore carburetors and nitrus and
big bore, head work.
Different
Yeah.
sprockets to make it go faster.
yeah. But now we want it pretty much back to stock.
So what we're looking at is, we're gonna pull the motor down. We're going to, powder coat the frame. We're gonna polish out the covers, redo the forks.
Yeah, it did have one of those things there.
Bike's really correct for what it is. Look at the nitrous, holy crapola.
It's hooked to the horn.
Oh my, oh my,
But we want to do away with that.
oh my. That's good.
And I think the seat's been recovered.
Yeah,
It's been.
Yeah.
it's like a travel cade cover.
Yeah.
Looks like they put a little bit bigger tank on it.
That's a 77 tank.
Looks good, looks good. I think we can make a good bike out of this.
Well, that's what we're hoping, John.
Looks like we need a little bit of meter work here and there. Probably come up with some nice chrome parts for it. We got all this stuff.
Do you have a nickname for the bike?
Kamikaze.
It used to be-
Kamikaze.
At one time it was flamed and on the tank it said Kamikaze. And it had
Perfect.
Heckle and Jekyll. So our last name's Crow. So I had them put two little crows, which were actually Heckle and Jekyll down by the pen.
I love it, I love it.
I wish I had a picture of it. I don't think we have any
There's
pictures.
one. There's one. We could
Yeah.
dig
Is
it
it?
up.
Yeah.
It was all
Oh.
flamed out with Heckle and Jekyll on the
Oh,
tank.
that would be perfect
And it
if
was
we could
painted
get a copy.
Kamikaze in silver on the side.
We'll put that in there.
And then Nick repainted it, him and his friend, to this color.
Wow.
You had it black and silver with Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then flames.
Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah.
black and silver first, and then I flamed it. Yeah, got rid of Heckle and Jekyll. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Well,
It's had a few paint jobs.
so I think what we're gonna do, we'll probably put some different covers here, try to get this fixed up here a little bit. These covers aren't so hard to find, and we probably got some of this stuff laying around, this chrome here, so we want to get stuff re-chromed. I think we can dress this one up pretty good, make it look good again. I like the carburetor, it says they're good.
Those good carburetors. I bought those, as soon as I bought the bike, I went to a speed shop and bought the header and the smoothbore racing carburetors. They were a little bigger size than what was on there.
Very good. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to doing this one. This is like a fun one to do. Got the Honda signals. We'll have to do something about that.
Yeah, those are CB750 signals.
And it's a Jardine header.
Jardine, yeah.
Jardine header.
Jardine.
We're gonna put some nice stuff up here. Looks like this got bent a little bit, probably from all that power from the nitrous. Holy cow! So we're leaving the nitrous off.
Yeah,
No nitrous.
I don't think it needs it once the motors. It was fast enough. I didn't.
And all that work in this right here.
Oh, very, very good.
Right? You guys want to get rid of the nitrous?
That's what you want, that's fine.
Yeah, we can.
I'll put on my four-wheeler.
We'll put it on something else.
Yeah.
We'll save it all for you. We'll save it all.
Yeah, I think
I remember we broke the.
because once I do this, I want it to really be reliable And
Perfect.
I don't think we're racing it anymore.
How much was this motorcycle new when you bought it?
1995.
1995. They're starting to go up. I know it. I know it. Oh, that's
Yeah, my friend and I were both graduating, and he ran out and bought a Harley for $4,500. I couldn't afford it, so I got this for $19.95.
all right. Wow. Well, there you have it. We'll better get her going and put some nice shocks on it, put some nice hardware on it, rebuild the brakes, start going through it and clean it up and see what we got.
The front end is my
Biggest concern.
my biggest concern. I don't know why
Yeah, it's off.
something's tweaked. I don't know what.
We'll figure it out.
You don't seem as concerned as I am, so I'm not concerned
We should, yeah, we'll figure it out somehow, some way. We're gonna put some KZ1000 handlebars on it, just like the ones on the 1000s and stuff.
Yes.
We'll make her nice. I think the front brake's salvageable. Rear brake needs a little bit of work. It's still working, so I think we can go through this stuff.
We need some disc and pads.
Very nice. Okay. Okay, Nick. I'm going to talk to you about the gauges. These are the gauges. This came from your dad's bike. This is kind of haywire here. You got this one here, and you got this one here, which is got some issues. Now you can see where someone's pried this off. See these lines here? This means that someone's had this apart before. So, where we're at is I'm going to send these to a guy in Florida. His name is Don Fulsang. He's really good. Very conscientious about his work, and he does all our stuff. So here's some meters with 7,000 miles. And these look good. I don't think these have ever been apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him these meters and have him either restore. He may use these for parts or whatever, but I'm definitely going to talk to him about putting these together and see where we're at. I'm just starting to gather up some parts. I haven't really made much progress, but I just got this cover back from the polisher. Got a little bit of dog hair on it, but it looks pretty good. And then we're going to put obviously a new gasket, and this is the oil gauge. So we're putting that in here too. Right there, made in Japan. Okay, we're going to do some work here to the KAMIKAZE. We're going to pull these tubes off, and we're going to exchange the lower legs that we've already had polished out. So then we're going to take a look and see what it goes like. Now what we're going to do is, since it's got a header on it, we don't want to get it gooned up. We're going to take the pipe off. Okay, here's our fork tube project. We had these polished out. This is pretty nice stuff here. And we're going to put the Parts Unlimited fork seals in it. We found for the money, these are about the best thing going. The screws right here, this is a genuine new old stock Kawasaki with a genuine Kawasaki NOS seal behind it. So this is where you drain the oil out of them. So we always put those in there. Then we're going to, of course, complement it with the Spectro 10 weight fork oil. So we're going to try these tubes in here to make sure they're nice, that they're and everything, and we'll give you a review on them here in a little bit. Okay, the forks are done. Hilo put these together, and we wound up using the old dust covers. We didn't use the new ones because these old ones are really pretty good. So we saw no, but we did add the upper caps. Okay, because these were missing from the bike. Okay, Hilo says they look good. If he says it looks good, it's good to me, and everything's looking pretty good. We've got the body parts off and stuff, so whenever you're ready to take those and get them painted, we're on board with that. We got to do the gas tank, clean it out first. Got the cam cover off, and the motor looks pretty nice. I don't know what size cams there or anything like that. We're gonna look into all that, but this is all looking pretty good. Nothing's all rusty or nothing like that. So we're going to pull this all apart tomorrow. We'll pull the motor out of the frame. Here's your oil, and actually the oil wasn't that bad. You can see my skin through the oil, so definitely not the end of the world. Someone was taking care of this as far as changing oil, that's for sure. So we're gonna get rid of the Honda turn signals and all that stuff, but I'm gonna pull the wheels off, take them to our polisher, and we're gonna start ripping it down all the way tomorrow. Then we're gonna start just going through parts. Hey Nick, I just wanted to show you one of our customers' motorcycles that we're almost done with. So yours is next to go on deck to be like this. Obviously we're taking it apart right now and going through some stuff. If these are your taste, this is something we can do. This is the exact same year, I believe, as yours. This is kind of like a catalog for me here. The Kenda tires, the polished rims, nice chain guard, chain adjusters. Everything is just like totally cool. So this is what you can expect on yours. We had all these covers polished out. The cases are vapor blasted. The frame's powder coated. The lower legs have been polished. I mean, this is top of the line here. So this is kind of what yours is going to look like if this is what you want. Look how beautiful the bolts are, and I mean everything's beautiful. This is a beautiful motorcycle. Okay, we're working on your Kamikaze here, getting her kind of squared away, getting ready to go to the vapor blaster, powder coater, or whatever. As we said before, there's traces of silicone all through everything here. See the silicone on my finger? So we're really not into that. However, I'm looking at the cylinder head. We've got one spark plug hole that looks big. If you look at this hole here, you see my finger going halfway to my finger here. If we go here, it goes in all the way. So we're gonna have to fix that. Not the end of the world. And over here, I think this one here is bad too. So 2 and 3 are bad. And number 4, okay, so 1 and 4 look like they're okay. 2 and 3 are bad. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get this vapor blasted. We're gonna pull this tachometer drive out and everything. The studs, everything looks okay. What I mean by that is nothing's busted. So in the tachometer mount area right here for the tachometer drive, looks like it's okay. Okay, so going into here, I think we're okay. I wanna check the seats because someone it's really kind of big here if we look right here. So we're gonna talk to Hilo about that a little bit more here and see what we're gonna do there. So we'll get back with you a little bit. Okay. You don't think it's gonna run?
We fix it.
All the bells are seated.
So you want to fix this before we get vapor blasted? It's probably a good idea. Okay. Well, we just had a meeting about your head, and I think Hilo seems to think that this is going to be okay. It's close, but I think it's going to be okay. So if he says it's going to be okay, I'm okay with it. So we're going to fix this up here where the spark plug goes, but you can see where someone put the oversized spark plugs in there. That's not the best. In a perfect world, I'd replace the head. In a perfect world. And I might have a good used head laying around, but you got to let me know quickly if that's what you want to do. but the rest of the head looks okay. One advantage to replacing the head, you wouldn't have to worry about these holes here where they had the nitrous set up. If it was mine, I'd put a different head on it just because. But that's your call. I'm leaning towards a new one. I probably have a good used head laying around. I'm 99% positive I have one. But please call us and let us know. Now we got the cylinder. What I'm looking at right now is, this is not the worst thing in the world, but we have, this is the front side here. This is the right front where it says 1015. Now they ran this cylinder from 77 to 80, but you got busted fins right here, and I don't know if that's the end of the world to you or not. A couple things can happen here. We can dress this up, or we can weld them and regrind them. But you got these pistons here, and these are big bore something, and I don't know for sure what it is for sure. However, I'm inspecting this, and I can feel some marks in here. Okay, now also I have a ridge right here, and I don't know if I'm gonna bet 99 to 1 that it's gonna smoke a little bit when we put it back together. I don't like to feel things in here. So if you're gonna take it and run it, since you're not putting a nitrous on it, what I would do would be, I'd probably get, since you got busted fins anyway, I would try to find, which I might have, maybe not, I try to find a cylinder that doesn't have busted fins on it. And then I would put just standard compression pistons in it with rings, you know, that I'm just afraid of the mark in here. I can feel it with my finger, but I can't, it's not really, it's not the end of the world, but it's there, and I can feel it as I come. If you want my advice, I think you should get a different piston. I think you should get standard pistons and a stock cylinder if you're going to make a nice everyday rider. Believe me, this bike will be fast stock. Okay, now we're here at the oil pan, and this is nice. No broken fins on it. The hole looks good here. So this is good. Inner sprocket cover. Well, this goes, I guess you call it the inner sprocket cover. You got a couple chain marks here, but this is internal. No one's ever going to see it. It doesn't mean anything. So this is cool. We'll put some seals in it and stuff. So we'll get that cleaned up for you a little bit. We got the gasket scraped right, but we're going to get this. This is a good part. So far, so good. The cases look like they're okay. I think you're fine on the cases. We'll get these vapor blasted and get them looking mint. Probably put a polished cover here, or a polished fill cap here. Okay, now this stuff here, this seems okay. We're gonna get this stuff powder coated. The holes and everything look pretty good. The actual bodies themselves look pretty good. Usually these are kind of gooned here. I can feel a little mark here where it hit the pin. So we can dress this up for you a little bit before we get it powder coated, but you can feel the little bit of wear here where this was hitting the steering pin on the frame. This right here, the walls look okay. I mean, this is, we put grease in them to get the pistons out when they stick. We force air into it, and then the grease comes out. So anyway, it's all good. That's pretty good. We're gonna dress this up for you a little bit. So this, what happens here, if you leave this go like that without welding it a little bit and regrinding it, then it's prone to hit the gas tank. The fork tubes will hit the gas tank, and we all know we don't want that. As we were talking, Now this has a big bore kit, and I don't know what it is exactly. And I don't know what exactly, but I define pistons and stuff. This is standard. This is a standard piston, first over size. The Kawasaki goes half a millimeter over, then 1 millimeter over. Okay, these are half a millimeter over, and you can see we're just like totally rocking the boat here. So this is a big cylinder. So I'm just gonna look around and see what we have, and we'll talk about a cylinder. I'll cut you a bone on one if we have one. I got something for you here. I think we're gonna roll with this. It'll expedite everything and it'll save everybody money and everything, blah, blah, blah. I got another cylinder. Now, keep in mind, if they say 1015 on them, they're gonna work on 77 to 80. Also 81 police bike, but we're not gonna talk about that. All right, so anyway, I got a cylinder here with no broken fins. And actually the liner looks pretty good, but it's got some scoring and stuff from sitting. So I got first over pistons here. Now we get these from Japan. See how the Japanese writing? So we got the whole kit here. This is good stuff. So as you can see right here, it kind of almost wants to go in, but not quite. So this is gonna be first over Kawasaki. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the cylinders bored, and then we'll get it vapor blasted, and then you'll be rocking. I think we've been doing some more thinking, and Hilo has the head over here, and he's been working on it a little bit today, and I think we're gonna be okay with the head.
Fix this one.
So we fixed 2 and 3. So I think we're gonna be okay here. We fixed 2 and 3. So there's no more emergency here. Well, there was an emergency, but anyway, we're gonna get this vapor blasted, and then we'll do a valve job. We will not be putting anything in it that it doesn't need, but we'll do a valve job on it, and we'll see where we're at. This is a little bit loose. We're gonna check that one out. Anyway, we do make these exhaust studs, but anyway, one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to replace the studs, because almost every time you do it, they bust, and that's a whole nightmare. What I need to do is we need to talk about paint. We will get that gas tank ready for the painter, and we'll give you some instructions, and I'll turn you on to some guys that paint, and you can figure out where you want to go with that. But we got your body parts and stuff, so let's hook up, because we're red hot and we're rolling right now, so let's get it on. So we're getting ready to send the body parts out. I've elected to use another tank, and the reason being is, as you can see, this tank right here is lined. We'll never get that out of there. The tank's really, really heavy for whatever reason. So, and if you look at the gas tank, the emblems have been glued on there. See where the holes go for them right here? Well, they're empty, so there's no screws. This has all been glued. So I'm kind of thinking here, maybe we can clean the cap up and use it, but it's kind of pitted too. So if we go to here, I got another gas tank. I always kind of save this stuff. So this is pretty nice. I got a little damage right here, which I think the painter can make this nice again. A little damage right there, you can feel it. But this is pretty nice, and we're gonna clean it out before we send it to the painter. But I think we're better off doing that, because I'm gonna get you the emblems that screw on to here, which will be really, really cool. They reproduce them now, they're made out of stainless. So that's pretty cool. So I think we're gonna go that way. Now here's the body parts. The side covers that we had were all gooned. So Here's an original paint KZ1000 LTD cover. It's absolutely perfect. You know, I mean, it's original paint, it's got some scratches, but this is a perfect cover. No broken tabs. Now these are getting hard to find, original ones, and there's a KZ900 one, but the tab is right here in the middle, which it's also kind of hard to find. But anyway, this is the correct cover for the bike, so this would be a good one for them to paint. Same situation here. This is structurally nice. Someone put some goop here, but I don't know why, but we're going to clean this up before we send it out. But this is another good one. Okay, last but not least, I was going to use this tail section here. It had a couple extra holes in the back here, as you can see, but it also had some extra holes here, as you can see, and an extra hole here, as you can see. So we're not going to use this one. However, I found another one that's nice. I see no extra holes, there's no cracks, and a lot of times they'll bust right here. Where my finger's at, they'll bust. So this one looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we'll strip it down, clean it up, and ship it out. So here's your 4 body parts, and hopefully you'll have a nice stuff when we're done. Okay, thanks a lot. I'm waiting on the vapor blasting to come back so we can start the assembly of the engine. So what I've got going on here though is so far so good. This is the polished sprocket carrier. Look at the detail here. This is happening. This bike will be just like that one I showed you. And then we've got front and rear wheel bearings, all the seals, the O-rings for the rear wheel, and then we have our bolt kit here, which is the locks, the bolts for the front disc, and these are the carb top covers for the smooth boards that you gave us. The ones that you had were all pitted, so with the chrome was peeling. So anyway, we got that going on. Something that's really hard to find now is these Bridgestone tires. I just received this. Here's the raised white letter here. I just received this, and I have a rear one coming from an old tire distributor that had one laying around. And there was only 2 of these laying around, and I only got 1 of them. So anyway, there's your raised white letters. Then, I can't say enough about this. This is your rear wheel polished. How about that? Is that cool? I hope you like that. That's a lot of work right there. So we're going to replace everything inside this wheel with the exception of the inner spacer. We're going to use an old one, or your old one. So now if we go this way, this is the front wheel that I sold you, and we had it polished out. This is nice. This is nice. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up on our progress. It always seems like the stuff that we can't do here in house is what holds us up on the bikes. I've got some more stuff for you. For starters, I had this cover restored. They fixed all these fins, dressed all this out, and stripped the chrome. This is clean. This is clean. This is nice. This is not chrome, it's polished. There you go, Johnny. Okay, the next, we have the front sprocket cover. Well, this goes inside. This hooks up to the main part of the engine. So we got a couple marks, but we can definitely live with that. Okay, and the cylinder head is clean. This is nice stuff. Everything is perfect. No stripped out anything. No broken fins. This is probably one of the nicest cylinder heads I've ever seen. This is like new. Oil pan's nice. Few small nicks on one of the fins here, right here in the bottom. No one will ever see that, but I just wanted to tell you. Engine cases are clean. We have your triple clamp, turned out real nice, the lower triple clamp, all your brake calipers, the handlebars, the handlebar clamps, the springs, the headlamp bracket. This all turned out really nice. And now we have the frame, and the frame looks really good. So just kind of show you something. I don't see any errors or anything, so we're going to put new grease fitting in the swing arm and stuff, but all in all, this is nice. Okay, we just got the cases back from the vapor blast and everything, but we don't trust anybody's work, unfortunately. So you can see Hilo right now going through all the passageways with power washer, just to make sure we don't have any galleys plugged up. All the passageways will be cleaned out. Kind of a barbaric way to do it, but that's all you can do. This is the battery terminal box, and this is front motor mount. This is the side cover mount. It's a two-piece unit. This is hard stuff to find, this especially. So I just want to show you all this stuff here. As I showed you earlier, the rims look beautiful, and I just found Bridgestone 130/90/16 raised white letter. So you have matching tires, brand new.
Case and using laser blade to clean up the case.
Okay, got the motor together. Everything looks good, with the exception that it has second gear, it has some issues here. We have suspicions this might have been run hard at one time. Anyway, second gear was on its way out, so we replaced it. So just wanted to show you the gears. We're starting to put the motor together as we showed you earlier. Now we have the frame together. As you can see, we have our new bolt here, our new bolts here. This is powder coated. This is all nice replated stuff. And we got new bearings on the inside, and we got the new sticker here. Very nice. Frame looks good. So I just thought we'd show you what we had going on here for right now. Got the replated foot peg studs. So we'll be putting the swing arm on and stuff. If you look on the table here, here's the balance of the stuff to go on, even though it's just a little bit that goes on. But anyway, just to show you where we're at. We got the we got this brake rotor on it. This is off of early 70s, like 77, 78. So Hilo's made this fit here. Went through all this, the caliper, replated stuff here. This is the old rotor, and you didn't need this. This is all grooved up. So anyway, kind of a little difference there. So anyway, we got the polished rim, got the Goodyear tire, or the Bridgestone raised white letter tire. Now these are just temporary. We're still trying to find a solution for the shocks, but this is just temporary. So anyway, or if you like that, that's cool, but we're trying to find some stuff for you. This is the black steel braided line. This is an updated rear master cylinder. So this is all rebuilt. This is new. We figured you probably want to have some nice braking power if we're gonna go out and run it. So this is all replated. This is nice. This is replated stuff here. Motor is almost together. We just got the cylinder back. So this is temporary right here. We're gonna put different lower legs on it. But I just wanted to show you kind of where we're at. Got the nice motor mounts and stuff. Got the original bolt here with a dot. This is a nice piece. Got all this cleaned up. Got the chassis looking good. We're getting all the rest of the parts done right now as we speak. Nice rotor and everything. This is all looking good. I mean, these are nice, but still not nice enough for what you're doing. Also, we want to talk about the swing arm was bent. So now we got the swing arm in line, so I think everything is going to be cool now. Okay, I had this seat pan redone, and it's absolutely perfect. It's got to be one of the nicest seat pans I've ever seen. All the tabs are still here. I actually had the upholstery man take this apart for me because I didn't want to goon the sides here. Where once you bend them, you can't bend them too many more times. So we've got that done. So I just thought I'd show you what we've got going on right now. Now, what I've got done, since you wanted to get a step seat, is this is all genuine Kawasaki. I took apart a nice seat to fix you up here. This is not the pan that came with this. So here I've got a foam, genuine Kawasaki foam, so you've got nice contour here. Then I got the genuine seat cover for the foam. This is all genuine, first-rate, best stuff available. So we're going to go to the upholstery man right now with it and get her done. We wound up ordering a set of shocks from me. These are just for looks. We ordered a set of shocks from Japan for you that'll be here about another week or so. Maybe 2, I don't know. Anyway, I got a little bit of grease here and there, but you can see the adjust. Now you got the tires, you got all the locks, you got the nice bolts, the wonderful chain, rear fender. All this is all redone now. This is cool. Polished motor cases. The motor is done. You got the dyna here, so you'll have a nice, dependable electronic ignition. You got the really nice clutch cable that we buy from Japan. Got the clamp here, replated bolts. Got the ape covers on it. I call it ape, it's AP, but I don't know what it stands for. Anyway, you got your fender, the polished legs, got the right brackets and everything here. Got the lines, the brake lines, our bolts, rubber cap. All this is all redone. It's all redone. Got this is all cleaned up, polished up. Got the bars on it. You can see we got the splitter. Got the switch all cleaned up. Brackets powder coated for the headlamp. This is all rebuilt. This is all nice. Got our hardware here. Everything is nice. It's very, 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 very nice. Then you go to here, we got the dyna. It's rocking, it's rolling. This is the master cylinder that we import from Japan because you can't get the parts to rebuild these anymore. That's all history. You got a little goon mark here on the brake lever, but this lever is so hard to find. That is the best of the best. I don't have anything better than that at all. I just don't. And just like Hila was saying, once you got the footrest, no one's ever going to see that. But I just want to tell you about it. The spring, the line, this is all rebuilt. They got the wonderful bar on here. You got your turn signals. Looking pretty good. Now I'm waiting for the paint job. I haven't got the paint job back yet, and I'm going to call those guys today about that. And if you go up here, my wife's going to have to stretch, but you can see the rebuilt meters. We've been showing your bike off to people. People are coming by and we're using your bike as a catalog. This is what we can do. So it's been working out. I hope you like the detail here of the jam nut, the dust cover. This is ours. This is ours. This is all top of the line stuff here. So okay, I had to stop all the action and just show you this. My kid just brought this back from our upholstery man. I'm getting really excited about this motorcycle. This is your seat. This is how an LTD seat should look. This is a genuine LTD cover, genuine LTD foam. this was a seat I had rebuilt. I had them put a little new foam in here in sections and make it really nice. Before someone put a wrong stud here for the Z1, so we dressed this all up, ground it down, made it perfect. Then I had this all powder coated, and then they repaired all the foam, so it's just like factory. This is as good as it gets. This pan is rock solid. I just had to show you where we're at. I know we're kind of starting to go overboard because this is so nice, everything, but wow, what a seat. This is beautiful. They usually all rip out right here at the seam. This is a perfect seat. Got a little stitching. It looks like the heads has gone a little bit here, but man, that just adds to the wonderful patina of the bike. This is great, and I hope you like it. This is nice. So tell me what you think about this. We just got your Kirker header in. This is nice. We gutted it. We took the baffle out. That's what they look like inside. So we're going to send this to Jet Hot right now to get coated. So this is the front looks pretty good too. It's new. It should be good. So we're going to send this out. So probably a couple weeks or so on this. And I talked to the boys at Two Brothers Painting in Oklahoma, and the paint job should be en route anytime now.
Explain to us what that powder coating, is.
So
It's different.
It's called Jet Hot. They have a web page there in North Carolina, and they coat the inside. And our purpose for doing that is a lot of times, because we're running carburetors, a lot of times the pipes will turn blue no matter what you do, especially with the chrome. That's why I like the black headers, but they turn color. So this is our experiment with Jet Coat right now, because we've been putting chrome pipes on people's bikes, and they're going to turn blue after a while, or it'll pit or whatever after a while. So this should be pretty cool, and I think they have a lifetime guarantee. I'm not sure about that. So this will be our experiment, and we'll see what's happening. We've got this new Kirker header, and it's coming from Jet Hot. We sent it there so they would coat the inside. So they did a really good job. I mean, they're into it. They got the staples here. So it's kind of like a major pain in the rear to do this, but it is what it is. They take care of the stuff. So we're going to pack this Jet Hot box. Okay, another beautiful pack job. Hey, we just got this out of your guys' package. We're trying to do a video for YouTube. However, we see some discoloring here. Now, I know that this is probably underneath the bike and be very difficult to see. However, I want to bring it to your attention and ask if that's what our intentions are. Because the other side looks good. I mean, on the bottom side here, but I mean, this all looks good. But I just wanted to show you where we're at here. And is that how that's supposed to be from you guys, or what should we do? Or is that anything we should address? Or should we try to polish that out ourselves? Nick, we got the pipe back. As I showed earlier, it had some discoloration from Jet Hot. Okay, and we had talked to them, and they said we just polish it out and see what happens. So we did polish it out by hand. So this looks a lot better. Then we polished this one out, the baffle right here. We polished it out to look like that. They wanted to take it. They took the badge off when they treated us. So we're gonna put the badge back on. So I just wanted to kind of show you that, because I had a concern when I saw it being kind of discolored. So they did give us a lifetime warranty, which I'm going to give to you with the pipe. But I'm sure it's going to be. Well, I'm not sure about anything, but we're relatively sure that it'll be fine. But we'll keep an eye on it. If it does start to yellow, or discolor, then we need to talk about it, and then maybe see what we're gonna do about it. But I think it's gonna be okay, but I just wanna tell you everything I know about everything. And there's the balance of the Kirker stuff that we gotta put on. There's the inside baffle and the tip. So now, here's your motorcycle. Got the motor in the frame, getting some stuff set up, got the tire on it, got the shocks on it. Got those from Japan. This is looking pretty good. The meters, everything is looking good. The motor's all together. Now, we're going to be ready for that header here pretty quick. And as soon as we get her together, we did get the paint job back. The paint job looks pretty good. Now, we've got the paint job in the box over there, so Hilo doesn't want us touching it, but we will eventually. So anyway, here's the tail section. Tell me what you think of that. Look at all the beautiful wiring. You got the sealed battery. I mean, this is all happening. This is nice. Okay, how about this beautiful, adorable Kamikaze? We think we're about done with it. We got 22 miles on it as it sits. It's looking pretty good. I think that coating is going to be pretty good because the pipe looks really nice. I think the paint job's nice. Nice fork legs. Goodyear raised white letter tires. The way the turn signals are mounted. We put the early clutch lever assembly on there, so you don't have to switch. The brake line, Avon grips, .5 fluid everywhere. I mean, this is happening. This is a nice bike. So we got the K&N filters, got the spectral oil, got the Kirker header. Now we need to talk a little bit about the footrests and stuff. We don't have footrests on it, but we can put passenger footrests on it. We just haven't got to that point because if you look over here, the footrests go right here, as well as the Kirker bracket. So you could put the footrest here, but it's going to be about 1.5 inches higher than the other side. But some people are worried about passengers and some people aren't. So I can't say enough good about it. I mean, I think this is clean. I'm going to go out and ride it a little bit more. I want to put some time on it. Hilo rode it, but I didn't ride it. We got the black shocks on it that we got from Japan. Got a nice seat bar on it with the nice seat. I'm going to open up the lid here for you so you can look under the seat and see what's going on here. Everything's nice. I made a mistake. I leave this go over all the way, and it could run into the cover or the side cover eventually. But I mean, all in all, this is clean, real clean. I mean, it's nice. So I'd like you to take a look at it, and then we'll address everything, and then we'll talk about it. Go do a final go over on it and everything. So I'm gonna start it up for you. Now I gotta figure out which way the fuel valve is on and off. I think it's on reserve now. In the middle is reserve. See if it starts. Pipe sounds nice. Engine is working good. I think this is about as good as it gets. I'm gonna right down driveway. It's a little on the cool side. Oh, that's just nice. that Kirker is a nice combination. And it runs nice and smooth like this. This is a great bike. This is how they should run. This is great. Well, I think you're gonna like this one. I'm gonna put a little bit more time on it just to see if we can get any bugs out of it, or if there are any bugs or whatever. But man, does this bike run strong with those carburetors and that Kirker. And that jet coat is supposed to be the ticket to really keeping that exhaust cool and making it run, as well as not coloring. So I kind of like that. And one of the most impressive things on it, the Bridgestone raised white letters. I think once these are gone, I don't think you're going to see any more of these. But this is great. I hope you like the way it turned out. If you got any questions, anything like that, we're more than happy to talk to you about it. We just haven't had a chance to put a lot of time on it. We've got about 22 miles on it. But so far, so good. So let us know what you think. Okay.